You know what's crazy? The more available you are, the easier you are to forget. Think about that for a second. Most people believe attraction is built through constant texting, non-stop attention, and always being there. But the truth is, people obsess over what they can't fully predict. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why some people stay stuck in someone's mind for months, even years, without sending a single text first. Because attraction isn't just about presence, it's about psychological imprinting. And once you understand the mental loop behind obsession, you'll never chase attention the same way again. Why people obsess over mystery? Here's something most people never realize about psychological attraction. The brain hates unfinished stories. If someone fully understands you, fully predicts you, and knows exactly what you'll do next, their brain relaxes. There's no tension, no curiosity, no emotional hook. But mystery creates mental replay. That's why people replay conversations with someone who felt unpredictable. It's why one confusing interaction can stay in your head longer than 10 normal ones. And no, this doesn't mean playing toxic games. This is about emotional pacing. The people who make someone think about them nonstop understand one thing. Attraction grows in the space between interactions, not during constant access. But here's where things get interesting. Most people destroy attraction without realizing it. The biggest mistake that kills attraction if you constantly text first, constantly explain yourself, constantly reassure someone, you remove all uncertainty. And uncertainty is what creates emotional investment. Think about movies. If you knew every plot twist in the first 5 minutes, you'd stop watching. Human psychology works the same way. When someone always knows where you are emotionally, they stop wondering about you. And the moment they stop wondering, the mental loop disappears. This is why make them miss you advice actually works psychologically. Absence creates emotional contrast. When someone experiences your energy and then suddenly has space away from it, their brain starts filling in the blanks. That's when curiosity begins. And this is where most people make a mistake. They panic during silence. They think silence means losing attraction. But often, silence is exactly where attraction starts growing. Why absence creates emotional attachment? There's a reason certain songs hit harder after a breakup. A reason certain memories become stronger with time. Absence amplifies emotion. When someone isn't constantly exposed to you, their mind starts reconstructing you emotionally. They remember the best moments, the feeling, the energy, not every tiny flaw. This is basic relationship psychology. Overexposure reduces emotional intensity. Scarcity increases perceived value. Now this next part might surprise you. You don't become unforgettable by demanding attention. You become unforgettable by creating emotional experiences people can't easily replace. That could be your humor, your confidence, your unpredictability, your calm energy. The goal isn't manipulation, the goal is impact, because people don't obsess over availability. They obsess over emotional contrast. The power of unpredictability in attraction psychology. Let's talk about one of the strongest psychological attraction triggers, unpredictability, not chaos. Not hot and cold toxicity, healthy unpredictability. Here's what that looks like. Instead of instantly replying every single time, sometimes you're busy living your life. Instead of always agreeing, you have your own opinions. Instead of chasing validation, you remain emotionally grounded. This creates intrigue. Because humans are naturally drawn toward things they haven't fully figured out. Think about social media. What keeps people refreshing apps all day? Random rewards, unpredictability. Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement, and attraction psychology often works similarly. When someone feels small bursts of emotional excitement mixed with space and mystery, their brain pays more attention. That's why emotionally independent people often become magnetic. Not because they're trying to manipulate anyone, but because their attention feels valuable. Why neediness pushes people away? Here's a hard truth nobody likes hearing. Neediness isn't attractive because it creates emotional pressure. When someone feels responsible for constantly validating you, attraction slowly turns into obligation. And obligation kills excitement. This is why make someone obsessed with you advice often fails. People focus on tricks instead of emotional energy. Confidence is attractive because it signals abundance. Neediness signals fear of loss. and people can feel that energy instantly. Now, this doesn't mean pretending not to care. It means building a life where your happiness doesn't depend entirely on one person texting you back. Because the most attractive people are emotionally full before the relationship even begins. And this is where emotional attachment changes completely. The mental loop that keeps you on their mind. Have you ever tried to stop thinking about someone and somehow thought about them even more? That's the mental loop. Psychologically, unresolved emotional tension keeps the brain engaged. If someone feels curiosity, emotional excitement, uncertainty, and emotional contrast, their mind keeps returning to the source. That's why one powerful interaction can outweigh weeks of boring conversations. And no, this doesn't mean becoming emotionally unavailable. It means becoming emotionally memorable. There's a difference. Emotionally unavailable people create frustration. Emotionally memorable people create depth. One pushes people away, the other creates fascination. But here's where things get really powerful. The strongest attraction often happens when someone senses they could lose access to you. Why detachment increases attraction? This is one of the biggest secrets behind dating psychology. People value what feels valuable. And emotionally detached people unintentionally signal value because they aren't desperately trying to hold onto attention. Now, detachment doesn't mean coldness. It means emotional self-control. You're not panicking if someone takes hours to reply. You're not spiraling over every interaction. You're not abandoning your life just to gain approval. That calmness creates psychological safety and intrigue at the same time, because emotionally reactive behavior feels unstable. Emotional control feels powerful. And ironically, the less desperately you need someone's attention, the more attention you often receive. Because confidence creates curiosity, desperation creates resistance. How to become unforgettable naturally. So how do you actually make someone think about you nonstop? Not through manipulation, not through fake alpha tactics, but through emotional experience. Here's what unforgettable people do differently. They create moments. They make conversations feel alive. They have passions outside the relationship. They disappear long enough to be missed. They don't over-explain themselves. They stay emotionally grounded. And most importantly, they don't try to force attraction, because forced attraction feels performative. Real attraction feels effortless. Now, this next part might surprise you. Sometimes the person who wins emotionally is the one willing to walk away peacefully, not dramatically, not angrily. Just confidently, because emotional independence is rare, and rare things naturally hold attention. Why chasing usually backfires? Here's the irony. The harder you try to make someone obsessed with you, the less likely it happens, because obsession is never forced. It's triggered emotionally. When people feel freedom, mystery, emotional contrast, and authenticity, their brain naturally assigns more value to the connection. But when they feel pressure, desperation, and constant pursuit, their brain starts associating the relationship with stress. That's why chasing usually destroys attraction psychology. And this is where most people finally understand the truth. The goal isn't to make someone think about you every second. The goal is to become someone impossible to forget. Those are completely different things. One comes from control, the other comes from presence. The real secret behind lasting attraction. At the beginning of this video, I told you some people stay stuck in someone's mind for years without texting first. Now you understand why. It's not because they used manipulative tricks. It's because they triggered emotional depth, curiosity, and psychological contrast. They had a life, a purpose, a calm confidence. And they understood that attraction grows strongest when there's room for imagination. Because people rarely obsess over what's constantly available. They obsess over what made them feel something unique. If this helped you understand psychological attraction and emotional attachment on a deeper level, then you'll definitely want to watch the next video, where I break down the hidden behaviors that instantly destroy attraction without people realizing it. And if you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and stick around, because the next lesson might completely change the way you approach relationships forever.